What's the hardest thing about writing? Well, it's getting started. Maybe you're having a hard time coming up with a story idea, or you're stuck on where to take your story next. If you want a way into a story or a way through, I have 9 story starters to help you. This free PDF is full of story seeds and prompts to get you going. To download your 9 story starters, go to nancypanuccio.com/start. That's Nancy with an I, Panuccio with 2 C's, nancypanuccio.com/start. Don't wait until you're in the mood. You'll never get anything done that way. Motivation most often comes after starting, not before. Starting is the best antidote to procrastination. Writer Unleashed is for you, a writer who has a story you want to bring onto the page and into the hearts and minds of readers. I'm Nancy Panuccio, writer, editor, and writing coach. And each week, we'll explore techniques, mindsets, and inspiration for writing stories readers can't put down. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now let's begin. One of the most common questions I get from writers, and a pain point for most writers, is how to manage time so they can write. I work with many writers who have very manageable goals to get their first draft finished at the end of the year, for example. Some have more time than others, so they're shooting for a 6-month finish date. Very doable. It's always good to have goals. Otherwise, it's too easy to put things off for another day. That's why coaching or belonging to a writer's group or workshop is useful, because you're beholden to someone else to get the work in, and you have to be very intentional about how you use your time. But it's more than just time. It's energy. It's creative energy, creative momentum. So in this episode, I'll give you 3 tips on making the most out of your time and energy. So let's get right to it. Number 1, we need to manage distractions. These days, distractions are right at our fingertips. If I don't catch myself, I can still go down the rabbit hole of politics and doom scroll, and I get caught up in cheap entertainment on Facebook and Instagram. There's a dopamine hit every time we hop on social media, every time we're on Facebook or Instagram. And that can send us down the rabbit hole chasing a cheap story about a celebrity or politician. And you can squander a whole 30 minutes or more on a Saturday morning before you even get out of bed. So resist the dopamine loop of social media. It's good to be aware of social media's hold on us and why it's so easy for us to fritter away so much time on it. And not just time, our energy. Social media is exhausting because it throws so much at us at once, and most of it is meant to hijack our brains. It's draining, so don't squander your energy and time. Most of what slides into your feed is just junk food for your brain. It also leads to depression and anxiety. Now, there is a time and place for mindless scrolling, but that's when your brain is already depleted. Don't squander creative time on mindless scrolling or checking or answering emails. Don't let other people decide how you spend your time and energy. I often leave my phone in a different room so I'm not pulled away with text and other notifications that come down the transom. And I resist checking Facebook and email until I'm already too tired to do anything else. So, number one, manage distractions. You have total control over your impulses, and we all have them, but it's your choice whether to succumb to those dopamine hits or not. So, manage distractions. Okay, on to number two. Let's talk about time. I'm often asked by writers how they can manage their time. They have jobs, they have families, they have school. Time is a scarce resource. But there's two types of time, kairos and chronos. These are two ancient Greek words for time. Chronos is quantitative time. Kairos is qualitative time. So chronos is chronological time. Kairos is quality time. Now, there are limitations with chronological time, but Kairos time is more expandable. It's bendable. It expands time. In Kairos time, we're in flow. We have momentum. We have creative energy. I've also heard this referred to as tiger time, meaning you make much more progress in a Kairos state. When you only think in terms of chronological time, you feel more restrained. It's stressful, and that's not good for creativity. The term kairos originated in Greek archery, where it represented the moment when an archer found the perfect opening to shoot their arrow. This is the kind of time you want to capture. Now, there are days when I can work 12 hours with just a couple of breaks to eat. Other days don't go as well. But when I'm on a roll and I'm capturing my kairos time, I can make much more mileage on what I'm creating. It's not a struggle. It feels easy. I feel energized. Kairos time is when our creativity has energy and momentum behind it. So, what are some strategies to make more room for Kairos time so chronological time isn't so limiting? I was thinking of the director David Lynch, who at the time of this recording just passed away. He once said in an interview that he ate the same lunch and dinner every single day, unless he was traveling. So, for example, lunch was something like tuna fish, tomatoes, feta cheese, and olive oil. Every day, same lunch. And he had the same dinner every night. It was chicken with broccoli. So same lunch every day, same dinner every single night. For him, it was important to have habits in his daily routine because he said if there was order in his daily routine, then he was free to go off and create. He said the purer his environment was, the more orderly it was, the more fantastical the interior. In other words, he prioritized Kairos time. Having a daily routine really works, and I can attest to this. I've been making the same meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for years. I have the same lunch every single day, except on weekends. And I prepare these in advance so I can just grab it when I'm hungry. I have 3 different dinners I rotate, and I batch cook those, enough for 3 to 4 nights, so I don't have to cook every night. It also makes food shopping super efficient. I'm not someone that likes to do a lot of daily management tasks, so I batch everything and I make it super simple and healthy. And this frees up a lot of mental space and time. It takes a little more time on the back end, but I don't waste my Kairos time on cooking meals. I like things fast and easy so I can free up more creative space. We need white space in our day, and batching daily tasks helps to free up more quality time. Time management is a myth. Stephen Covey once said, "We can't manage time, we can only manage ourselves." Now, I've had to get really super clear about how I spend my time, and I've done 2 episodes specifically on time. Episode 11, How to Make Time to Write When You Have No Time, and episode 201, How to Get More Writing Done in Less Time. Episode 11 and episode 201. I'll link in the show notes. But thinking of time not just as chronological time, chronos, but creative time, kairos, is a great way to make more time. And here's my last point. Don't wait until you're in the mood. You're probably not going to be in the mood to write every day. You're probably not going to feel creative every day. Mel Robbins once did a TED Talk many years ago about the 5-second rule. Her premise was that if we have an urge to do something meaningful, if we don't do it within the first 5 seconds, we'll put the brakes on ourselves. We'll talk ourselves out of it. For example, if a great song comes on at a party, if we don't get up on the dance floor in the first 5 seconds, we're probably going to sit that song out and we'll regret it. And here's something James Clear said. Motivation often comes after starting, not before. Did you hear that? Motivation often comes after starting, not before. So action produces momentum. Action gives us energy. So, key point number 1, control distractions. Don't let them control you. Number 2, capture kairos time, not chronological. Chronos shrinks time. Kairos expands time. And number 3, don't wait until you're in the mood. You'll never get anything done that way. Motivation most often comes after starting, not before. Starting is the best antidote to procrastination. Starting leads to action. Action leads to momentum, and momentum leads to progress. So there you have it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you know any writers who need some support in their writing, please share this episode or the Writer Unleashed podcast in general. And if you love what you're listening to, subscribe on your favorite listening platform and please leave me a review. Reading how this podcast impacts your writing truly lights me up and helps me create topics for the show. Till next time, keep writing, and I'll talk to you soon.